Hello, everybody. My name is Professor Pixel here once again on Mad Men with a Box Live, episode 65. And joining me, as always, is Chris.
I'm here. Against my better judgment, I am here.
Against your better judgment.
Oh. Yep.
Yes. Today, our topic is the best episodes for each new series of Doctor Who. Of New Who, we should be saying specifically for those who don't know.
If we did every series and season, we'd be here for a while.
Oh yeah, we'll do classics sometime, but not right now. But before that, we do have some news this week.
Finally,
for once. Starting off, we have to go over some bogus article. Ryan Gosling reportedly from The Sun. Will be
straight away we know this is possibly bullshit because it's The Sun.
See, the thing is, I heard acting over in the UK isn't against the guidelines because it's not going against whatever the
SAG-AFTRA, yeah,
it's not going against that because it's over across the pond. They have nothing to do with Disney and Company not listening. But yeah, that's why A24 can have films releasing and stuff because they agree. They're like, okay. But so it's not impossible. It's just very, very unlikely.
And given the record of The Sun, this is
The Sun. Yeah, no.
So yeah. The rumor is that Ryan Gosling could be in Doctor Who. He was famously seen wearing that fan art shirt, and that he's worked alongside Shooty in Barbie, and which we lead to this fan art of.
Actually, it's more than that too, because he's talked about he did a film with Matt Smith specifically because he talked about watching an episode of Doctor Who with Matt Smith when the Pandorica opens and he goes ahead and he has the whole speech, come on! And he's like, that was astounding, his acting ability in that, because there's nothing up there, but he's yelling at the sky, and that requires so much talent. But it is nice that Rachel Talalay went ahead and gave this artist some credit. Yes, cool.
From Blue Box Art Awards. If you go back up, so I can credit
BBA.
Blue Box Artworks. Yes, they did this amazing art piece of like what if Ryan Gosling was Rassilon. That would be great. I'd be down for it. It'd be fun.
This is how RTD brings back the Time Lords.
This is how he brings them back. Because remember, Rassilon is still out there.
He is. He got banished before the Master killed them all.
I'd be down for it. Ryan Gosling is Rassilon. And my job is not Lord President, which is a common misconception. My job is just time. And what a wonderful job you do at it.
I'm just Ras, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
It's not Rassilon. It's not Omega and Rassilon.
That's horrible. This is great, but that's horrible. Yeah, that's pretty much all this is. This is just how
it's just rumors.
It's just fun.
We don't know, but we got this amazing photo.
This is a really good photo. There's some more because it's from an E article, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And there's Beep the Meep in his full beeping glory.
Some very creepy plush dolls.
So somebody said that those plushies look like they're handmade, and if you look at the over here, there's craft stuff. So somebody speculated, what if these were made by Donna after the events and her dreams, basically memories of aliens, inspired her to make these. It's nice headcanon.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I mean, considering we had End of Time did have the whole like she subconsciously, or it was picked up the Naismith book because Naismith turned out to have the immortality gate, had the master, and she gave it to Wilf, and she's like, I don't know why. I just thought I needed to give this to you. So, it's a nice little tidbit. I'd find it believable.
We support you, whoever you were. I can't remember.
That picture of David, or 14, coming out of the fiery TARDIS.
Somebody went ahead of me. Just noticed a 1 and a 2. If it switches back over.
Amazing.
Right. It's so great. It's so great.
I can't wait to say. It's like pottery.
Poetry.
It rhymes. Nah. But this is from the second story, I believe they're saying, from Wild Blue Yonder.
Oh man, it looks
so
cool. But
I'm guessing this is going to be the whole setup for the TARDIS interior being changed, obviously.
I did hear some people speculating that Wild Blue Yonder is actually a story that takes place within the TARDIS itself. And if that's the case, could that be our first look at one of the panel walls?
What, behind the TARDIS or just in the TARDIS itself?
In the TARDIS. So
okay, because I can't see shit. It's just the yellow.
No, I don't mean behind him. I mean the outside.
That's what I was saying, and I'm just like, how is it inside the TARDIS then?
The TARDIS has been within the TARDIS before.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case.
Maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Considering that at this point, the TARDIS is still the Jodie era, both not just exterior but interior as well. Going off from Liberation of the Daleks.
So actually, and I suppose we should talk about it because I have a subscription to Doctor Who magazine. In RTD's letter, his production letter, which, that was a spicy read. He actually talks about, what's the line?
Jodie Erasure. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, well, after that, he says, remember David's hair from the 50th? I love the 50th. How can we ever live up? When will we see the TARDIS interior? What is the music doing now? Because he's talking about, the episode's done for the Star Beast. And he's saying he's watching it for the 50th time, the finished product. And this is what's going through his mind within the first 30 seconds. So he's kind of scolding Who culture at this point. Not the account Who culture. Sorry, Who culture. But he's mentioning the TARDIS interior. So I think we're going to get to see our new one. I don't know if by the end of Liberation of the Daleks, because I haven't continued with that yet.
I hope not. That'd be so weird. It's this is the first time we'd see our new TARDIS in a comic, which is kind of optional.
I mean, yes, but it's kind of
sure it's
but it's canon.
With
canon.
I guess
you saw the destruction of Jodie's sonic.
But you don't need to read it to.
Every other Sonic we've seen destroyed. We've seen it destroyed on screen. This is the first time it's been destroyed off screen and changed. In New Who.
I was going to say in Classic Who we had it stopped with the Fifth Doctor, and then in the TV movie 7 just has sonic screwdrivers again. Yeah.
Well, actually, didn't he say his was actually just the old one?
Who knows?
It's the old one, but he pointed it the wrong way, so they had to blur it out when he was using it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that was the case, but still.
Not that it really matters, because when you have it looking like this is not a screwdriver, guys. This is not. This is a wrench.
I was about to say, yeah, it looks more like a wrench.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, for New Who, it is considered canon. Doctor Who magazine wants to.
Yeah, I know it is, but it's not required.
It's not required.
It's just an optional thing.
Yeah.
To buy time.
It's very important to know, though, that this should give us enough time to have a gap. Big Finish. You got to keep watch.
I don't think so.
No, you don't want 14.
I don't think there's going to be that
together.
That would be really stretching it.
I would listen to it though. Oh, come on. No. I'm a little older now. So let's move on. Something's back. What is it? Oh, WhoSpy. And I didn't know about this. Did you know about this?
No.
So apparently in 2004 on the Doctor Who website, they had a promotion called WhoSpy, and it was basically, oh, this is all the production deets for you, what's happening behind the scenes. And so WhoSpy is back. We didn't know what it was, but it's back.
Good for them. I didn't know it was a thing. Good for them.
Well, this is.
And we're talking about bringing things back. Can we go back to the old Doctor Who website design with the cool Flash games, please?
Oh my gosh!
You know, the one where you play as famous people playing tennis against one another. You could have Shakespeare versus Queen Elizabeth in tennis.
So this first picture really has nothing. Doesn't really show us anything. But the second one allegedly does have some juicy details.
Yeah, if you could see it.
Fans looking at the image.
Like,
I loved somebody, Josh Snares, he posted, this is totally back. You can see.
Oh, yeah, I saw that they did that, yeah.
Somebody posted a picture and they edited a bunch of it.
Yeah, it's just all like Nissa photos. It's like, yes.
So someone pointed out that this is most likely from The Giggle, because this has to do with first television broadcast. That little device, that schematic right there, directly involved. Somebody claimed that up here in the details of these lines that you can tell it's Matt Smith right here. It's like, no, I think those are just lines, guys. Let's see. There's a box that opens. I don't know. And articles posted on a window. I don't really notice anything. No. Did you?
No, because I'm like, I can't see shit. What are you trying to? Why are you trying to show me? I can't see anything.
It's Froggy's bedroom. That's why. Yes, that's what the WhoSpy is doing. I'm excited to talk about this next thing. I'm really excited.
Because it gives you content.
It gives me content, indeed. Doctor Who Redacted, which I reviewed. I'm going to post a video soon before the release on the 18th of September about what you need to know. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Redacted's returning. Charlie Craig's starring in it, and a whole bunch of new castmates from Who history, old and new. Fucking no. But yeah, it's going to be very fun. James Goss is now the producer. Ella Watts did a great job, but she does, at least on Twitter, she said that she doesn't want anyone to think that she is against the new season. She wants people to be excited. She has a career still ongoing.
It's just the higher ups just decided, hey, you did this really good thing. We're not going to do it with you anymore. Which is so baffling. It's like, you're like one of the key reasons why this worked. Yeah. Bye. Like, that's so disrespectful.
And Juno Dawson is still a part of it. She's the head writer, and I don't know. I'm not going to about anything I don't know about, but there's like rumors of the two of them having a falling out. But I don't know. We don't know. But all I know,
this is a real Twin Peaks. First season really good, and then second season they're like.
Well, actually, I'm very excited.
Then there's going to be a prequel film where only one of them works on it, and then season 3 comes out 25 years later. And you're going to have to watch everything for it to make sense.
I've watched all of Twin Peaks.
So have I. I've watched it's amazing. Season 1, great. First half of season 2, great.
And then
last episode of season 2, great. Fire Walk with Me, pretty good. Season 3, amazing. You're not going to understand most of it, but it's amazing.
And then nothing ever came out again.
He did a season 2 again. The crazy bastard did a season 2 again. Ended it on a bloody cliffhanger. He did it again. Hopefully season 4. Hopefully. Maybe. He just wants to do his own things.
Mr. Lynch, he's getting older, and Mark Frost is getting older as well. Who knows? We can pray. But yeah, Redacted's returning. I'm going to have content. This is the cover reveal, like I said, of the new issue of Doctor Who magazine. I got access to it today. I didn't finish reading it. But Highway to Mel. It's only, 2 more issues before Liberation of the Daleks finishes up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one and then 2 more.
Yeah, pretty sure. I know, I haven't been reading it, so...
It's fun. It is fun. It's not the best thing ever, but it's not bad. There are some people that hate it just because they're the people who claim about Jodie Erasure, but that's a different issue. RTD had things to say about that. It's over. But yeah, nice to see Mel get some recognition again, even though she already has, but she's getting more.
She can have a resurgence on TV.
Yeah. Welcome back. Lastly, leastly too. Doomsday.
Oh, everyone's favorite subject, Doom. Guys, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Hey, I can still criticize it.
Yeah. So Doomsday, what's it called? Her Dying Hours. Or is it just called Dying Hours? Whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Hours, yeah.
Has 3 stories, 3 or 4 stories. 1 with Jackie Tyler, who's everywhere. So
Year of Jackie. Woo!
At least she's getting. Hey.
Jackie sweep.
Let her get. Let her get paid. And then the 8th Doctor with Charlie once again, which. They sound exactly the same together. It's great. Like, I just listened. I'm almost finished with Chimes of Midnight. Great story. It just feels like taking a step back. And then who doesn't love the fact that the Silents are there?
The who? I forgot.
Take a look at the screen.
Who the fuck are they?
It's the Silents. What were we talking about again?
But no, if you think there's going to be a review on this from either of us, think again. I'm not buying this.
Yeah, no.
I am not spending $45 on a multimedia event I have no interest in. But you can't criticize it without buying it. I can.
Maybe it shouldn't suck so
I
much.
don't like the idea. We've said numerous times we have nothing against Suze.
No.
It's just it was poorly promoted, or not even just that, poorly promoted. It's just like it's the 60th, and like the trailer was like minimal effort.
And each trailer after that as well.
And each trailer after that is just there is very much like not much of a difference.
Like,
so even with 8 Charlie content, I love 8 Charlie. I'm not buying this. $45. That's how much it is in Australia. And that's just the download. The download of it is $45. I'm like, no thanks. I will skip this. as I am skipping everything else to do with Doomsday because it doesn't interest me, and I'm not going to force myself to get stuff so I can have angry rants.
Yeah.
Like most YouTubers.
Because that's what it is. It's done with just the least effort possible. Like, this sounds like a fine audio drama. I have that going for it. But when everything else has not just inconsistencies, just poor effort just thrown towards it. I hear that the first part that's on the website for free that anyone can read, the start of Doomsday, the first hour, it's by James Goss, who, he's a great writer. Curiosity Shop, one of the best Big Finish stories of the year. But still, I don't care. I heard people say that it sounds like he was just trying to get it out. It was like it was assigned to him, and okay, I'll do it. There's nothing here.
You could have this written by David Lynch, directed by fucking Dennis. What's the one who did Dune? I always forget how to pronounce his last name. Villeneuve.
Something like that.
Have him like produce or direct it. Have like the best fucking sound effects and CGI like teams, whatever on it, and I still would not care.
You'd care a little bit because then it's an actual thing to watch. It's not just it's a multimedia.
The fact that it's the main deterrence is the fact it's multimedia, and they try to tell you, don't worry, they're all optional. Like,
that helps.
Are they though? Are they really?
No.
You're not getting the full story, and that's the problem. It's like with comic book events, where it's like, yeah, you only need to read the 8-issue event. That's fine. But then you have parts in some of the issues where it's like, oh, you want to know what happened in this character, why they're here? You have to read this comic that's attached to it. It's like, no, that's supposed to be optional. You need to confine the event to the event. I do not care about the exploits of the new protectors of Atlantis and how they got here in the main story.
Like I don't know if you can exactly say that, because they did that in the very first Secret Wars, which is a great event. It's a fantastic event. Doctor Doom, the Beyonder, all of that. That's fantastic. But it would always say, oh, well, if you want to see him being pulled out of his story, you go to this issue. You kind of have to have that if you're going to have characters.
Yeah, but my example is from the other Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, you want to know what the hell's going on with Peter Quill? Why the hell Thanos is talking to fucking Ben Grimm, the giant wall Ben Grimm, or why Thor is like rocking it up with the other Thors? Like, you have to go read these other issues.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want to.
I
want to read the main event. I will choose if I want to read these other things if they interest me, because they seem to be 9 times out of 10, they're just about their section, like their changed world. That's it. Like, I'm not going to read 4 issues of another comic to understand why the hell, like, Howard the Duck is here.
It's such a painful thing too, especially considering Time Lord Victorious, because I hear like the 2 books they did, one's like really good and the other one's okay, and then I haven't listened to any of the audio dramas that we have down. You bought them,
but you said you've listened to the Short Trip, the one with the Masters.
Yeah, but it's like Time Lord Victorious. It's not really connected.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's like, it's Time Lord Victorious, but it really has nothing to do with it.
Because it's just it's the Delgado regeneration, which is cool to hear, but it's Time Lord Victorious. I haven't listened to the Ainley story though.
All right.
But yeah, so Doomsday. I'm sorry, your day is doomed. You just get doomed.
For to Doomsday, more like bore to Doomsday.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it. That's our news. We're done, Jim.
Finally. News.
I mean, I almost put that TikTok Have you seen that TikTok going around? You
The
watched
9/11.
it, right? I don't want to fly the plane, Doc. Please.
Oh, interesting news about that. The actual fan film is gone.
The actual 9/11 Doctor Who fan film is
For those
gone.
who don't know, for those who don't know, there is a very, very questionable Doctor Who fan film where the Cybermen change history to where 9/11 didn't happen, and the Doctor is forced to make sure those events happen. So it goes like he's like the Doctor's on the plane making sure it like crashes into the towers, and I'm like, so like because if you know what the date is, recently it was 9/11, so that fan film was brought back up to everyone's knowledge, and it was someone did a like what if like Chris Chibnall wrote this. It's so like almost on point. But then after that happened, like everyone's like, "Oh, now the original fan film's gone. It was removed from YouTube." So look, we got more lost Doctor Who media. We have another missing episode.
It's the new missing episode.
Hey, Ian Levine, you want to animate it?
You mean AI it?
Oh yeah, I saw that's funny. Yeah, he's like, it's just traced like AI. It's funny. It's so Ian Levine.
Yeah, I see him pop up now in my Twitter feed for some reason. I'm like, I don't want you here.
So I see him pop. I mainly just see him pop people making fun of him, which is good because he's someone that needs to be made fun of.
Yeah. Yep. You can't say, oh, well, you're going to need to donate $100 to my animation. No, eat shit.
No.
But that's it. Yeah, that's all we really have. And now, as we're going ahead through the nightmare fuel, talking about my mustache, I must ask you to stop talking about it. And now, as we have like 30 seconds before the time changes and it's officially September 14th.
So we're talking about September 14th now.
For you. For me,
because I live in the future.
You live...
Because that's how time works. That's how time zones work. I live in the future. I'm just so more advanced by a day. You're over there with your iPhone 16s. We already have the iPhone 500.
Now
it doesn't exist. It's a metaphysical theory, just concept.
But that's just a theory. A Steve Jobs theory. Thanks for buying.
Thanks for buying.
So on to our topic now. We have both picked stories, and I'm going to say stories because there are 2-parters and 3-parters throughout new Doctor Who, New Who, as it's affectionately referred to as. And we have picked our stories, a favorite for each season. What is the best episode of that season? What stands out in our minds? What do we love? Now, I've thought about this. Should we go in order or should we go in reverse order? I think we should go in reverse, personally, just because I think it's going to be fairly simple to go through our favorites of Chibnall first.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm fine with either.
Okay.
So we're starting off with Series 13, aka Flux, and the specials. Because most people can combine those, essentially. Yes.
I'm going to just go ahead and say Village of the Angels. I think that's the best episode of that event. I think that it's the strongest because it's the only episode that's co-written by anybody else. But and that's also who wrote the other episode I'm going to talk about. But yeah, she is a massive improvement on most of the writing in that era. So yeah, Village of the Angels for Flux season 13.
Yes. Also Village of the Angels. Honestly, it's probably of Flux and the specials. It was honestly the best episode. It was just so, it's like finally some good fucking meal. It's just so good, and it made the Weeping Angels an actual like scary threat again. That's what I loved. You know, Chibnall. Now we give him flack for a lot of things. You know, sometimes he's really good at like doing a modern redesign of a classic monster, but still keeping like it's updated for the modern time, but it's still like a very classic looking feel. Like his Sontarans are better than RTD's. Okay, I'm sorry, they are. His Sontaran designs are much better.
They're a little more deep fried.
Who cares? But like, yeah, making the angels like an actual like threat again, like making them scary again. The whole scene with Jericho, perfect.
Yeah, Jericho was really the highlight. How about for Series 12, the one that brought us the Timeless Child? Is that your pick? No. What do you think is the best episode of Series 12?
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Timeless Child, because I think the best story in Series 12 is Fugitive of the Judoon. Yes, I know it leads into the whole Timeless Child thing, but Jo Martin is fantastic in it. Her doctor is, for the very little time, that is the only time we actually get her as the doctor, because then everything else is just a flashback, or it's a matrix projection, or or just a holographic projection. It's fantastic. That whole lead up to her reveal is amazing. The misdirects and all of that. The Jack stuff, I don't care. The gay guys, Jack's back. Whee, yay! It just felt like, okay, we need to give the companions something to do, so let's throw them to Jack so we can set up the whole lone Cybermen stuff. But honestly, yeah, looking back on Series 12, I'd say Fugitive of the Judoon was probably the highlight. Okay.
Mine is actually The Haunting of Villa Diodati.
That's a close second. Yeah.
I think that's better. I think Jo Martin has... Don't rant. Because Jo Martin does a great job. She does a great job. She does a better job than Jodie, because Jodie is not served well by her writer. But that is another matter. No, Froggy. It's Eustachius Jericho, played by Kevin McNally. But no,
if it was Chris Jericho, that would have been funny.
Villa Diodati. It goes ahead and brings in the finale, which also leaves her time to start, but it brings in Ashad. Fantastic design. Like, it's half Cyberman, half this is my face. But him as kind of a ghost in the story. Going ahead. Mary Shelley, she's great in this. The doctor is being flirted with by one of the guests. I can't remember which one. Lord Byron.
I think it's Lord Byron. Yeah.
Being flirted by Lord Byron, but the doctor totally ignores that. Like, she doesn't realize. It's great. I think that it's the best written episode of that entire season. I really
Although they just throw in, oh yeah, there's actual ghosts, and then they don't do anything with it.
Well, I mean, what did we just
literally at the end of the episode? Oh no, there was actual ghosts. It's like, okay, yeah.
But we reviewed what's it called? The Fourth Doctor story from Big Finish. They confirmed real ghosts too, and again, it's just.
But they did something with it.
But they didn't. They didn't, because it was a fake one, and then at the end, it was there's a real ghost, and I'm not going anywhere. And then it just drops, just moves on. But yeah, now that's fun. But yeah, that's my pick for Series 12. I think that is the best episode of that season. And now on to Season 11. Jody's first season. I think the best episode of that season is the first episode of that season. Which
I agree. It's the first episode.
The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Ignoring the stupid jokes about Tim Shaw.
There aren't even that many compared to...
Not even that many, but it's like, it's such a not good joke. It's like, really? His name sounds like Tim Shaw. It's like you're doing well, okay? But even I think, it's of Series 11, going from memory, probably the highlight. It's the strongest because it's our first. It's the one that you need to make the best impression with. And I think it does a really good job about it.
No saying what it does later with it, but no. Jody has actual presence in the first episode. I did a revisited on it to inspire Jimmy to actually follow through with his part of the promise, but then he disappeared. Jimmy disappeared. This is why. Mark Gatiss drove him away. No, he's traveling right now, so thoughts and prayers. And yeah, no, it's really a good episode. How about you? What you picked that too?
Yeah,
The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Okay, that's Jody's era out of the way. So now we go back to Series 10, Peter Capaldi's final one. What episode did you pick?
His 2-part finale. Well Enough in Time, The Doctor Falls. That honestly is the best episode of that, the best story of that series. Bringing the conclusion to Missy, bring back the Saxon Master, and then Darcy and Cyberman. Even though those two were spoiled, we knew they were coming back. It's so good. Everything about it. And it's Capaldi on, like, I still know his best performance is still Heaven Sent, but like this is like his second best because he's on his like fucking A+ game in this 2-part finale. It's just an amazing episode. Amazing two-part episode. If only that's where we end with his regeneration. We didn't need Twice Upon a Time.
I almost put that there. See, this is my problem with Series 10. I love so much of this series. I love Thin Ice. I love what's the second one? I even like Smile.
That was the second episode, I think. Yeah.
That's the second one. But I almost picked the pilot. I picked the finale too, just because you're right. Peter Capaldi, he's on his A game. I love the one that follows that his name is Twice Upon a Time. Because of the parallel of it's the first Doctor with the second first Doctor, if that makes sense. Because that's what Peter Capaldi is.
Yeah.
His regeneration's finished. This is beyond what he's supposed to be. So he reverts back. And the first Doctor, he reverted back to kind of his sterner, stodgier old self in this story because he doesn't know him once. He's afraid of continuing. He's never done this before. And Peter Capaldi has his doubts about going on. And them kind of comforting each other towards the future must continue. One more go. Won't hurt anybody. And then, I love that. But you're right. The finale is the best here. Two masters. First time ever, right? On screen, at least.
Yes.
Yeah. Two masters in one story.
No, two masters teaming up. We've had two masters in one story. Utopia.
You're right. Teaming up. Together, at the same time. I think it's actually John Sims' best performance as the master. It's like, sorry, RTD. Don't hate me. But the way that Moffat has him, he's disguising again. He's got that zest. It feels like a lot like a classic master compared to.
I mean, that was the point. Like he's wearing wearing like the black suit. He's got the goatee now.
Yeah. He's settled down. He's not
do disguises. I love disguises.
Yeah, and instead of the Jared Leto Joker master that he was in series 4. Sorry. It's the closest.
I don't remember the Saxon master going, I'm gonna hurt you. Really, really.
You know, actually, he does say something of that effect, but I'm gonna hurt your whole family. Oh yeah,
I'm an idea.
Yeah, he does. Think about it. Really think about it. That's how he does it. He's insane to a new degree, and
it's not like
no,
like
he's
that.
not. It's an exaggeration of himself to the point where you believe in what is it? Where the story after the end of time, where he makes everybody the master. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but this is his best performance. This is the master for me. So, yeah. I guess that means it's my turn for Series 9.
Series 9.
You know it's the two-parter, and it's not just because of Heaven Sent. I like Hellbent too. You know that, Chris. You know it. You know.
For me, it's the first half of the two-parter. Just Heaven Sent. Fucking
Hellbent's
phenomenal story. I don't care about the second half, but
because
that first half is
the whole point. It's actually technically a three-parter.
I don't care about Face the Raven.
Yeah, I don't care about Face the Raven either. I don't think it's. There's a lot about that episode that I just don't care about, but towards the end is when it gets good once she's dead. And it's not because she's dead, no matter what Jimmy thinks. It's because just
it's the
doctor is lost. Through the confession dial, he's even lost. It's not just that it's him. It's Clara got too close to him, and he got too close to her. They were toxic together. That was the whole point. But yeah, I think that Heaven Sent, it's Capaldi's best performance. And then Hellbent is a good finale, a good way to end that saga of Clara after you get past the Impossible Girl stuff.
Probably the ones that I'd say that's probably the one story arc that just Moffat just fell asleep on. The whole hybrid and that Impossible Girl.
The hybrid.
I know you're gonna say the whole hybrid is the Doctor and Clara. I did not care about.
No. I don't care about the whole hybrid thing either. I think that like there are people that like obsess upon that part, and I respect that. I think that's the one area where it just needs to just fall off. It can go away. I don't care. So yeah.
Alrighty, on to Series 8.
Yes.
Capaldi's first.
Show me your pick.
My pick, I'd say best story. I'd honestly give it to Flatline. I really enjoyed Flatline. I'm pretty sure that was Series 8. Was that Series 8? Yeah. Was that 9? No, it'd have to be Series 8 because 9 wasn't 9 all like two-parters?
No. Flatline.
I'm pretty sure Flatline Series 8.
Isn't Riggsy? Doesn't he first appear in Series?
Does he?
Oh no, Danny's alive. Yeah, she lies about Danny. You're right. Okay.
It's Flatline. Yeah.
My bad. It was towards.
Yeah, it would have to be in Series 8 because like Series 9 was all two-parters and three-parters. There was only one single episode, which is in my little
Sleep No More, baby.
Yeah, So yeah, Flatline. I'd say Flatline. It's just an interesting concept. Just everything about it. Sure, it begins the whole Clara acting as the Doctor thing, but it's fine in this episode.
It doesn't begin; it points it out.
It points
really
it out,
shows because it already started.
No.
Yes,
we've already done I think we've done a review on Flatline. It was one of the stories. Yep,
we rolled
did.
that.
So go find that.
So my pick for Series 8. Need Jimmy here.
Oh, no. Is it a ready?
It's Robots of Sherwood.
You fucking suck.
So you have to understand.
Good.
But I disagree.
It's not good.
Robots of Sherwood has a fantastical element to it, which is these fairy tales, which this can't be real. There is no such person as Robin Hood. And then My Spoon and the whole fight, their banter back and forth while Clara is busy with the sheriff. I think it's so much fun. I think Into the Dalek was my other choice, but I feel like there's something missing from Into the Dalek that was like, I remember enjoying Robots of Sherwood a little more because just its existence. There's something about it it's so much fun. Let me have fun. Okay, it's dark water. It's dark water where the Brigadier comes back as a Cyberman. Eat it, Land.
That's Death in Heaven.
Death in Heaven, my bad. But no, I think Robots of Sherwood is one of my favorite episodes of that.
More like Robots of Borwood.
Yeah, I have so much fun, and it's mostly in the performances. But okay,
I can see that. It's just I don't think it's a good episode.
But for that series,
one of Gaddis's weakest ones.
But for that series, that I don't think there's not a ton of like really spectacular standout episodes. Flatline is one of them. I think Into the Dalek is very good.
Time Heist?
Wasn't Time Heist like okay? I can barely remember anything about it. Mummy on the Orient Express is another case of that's okay. But I really think
the problem is that this series also has a lot of like not good ones.
Yeah.
Like you have The Caretaker, then you have Kill the Moon, but that's mainly because of like how Clara acts in that episode.
Yeah.
In The Forest of the Night.
Nobody can. I can't recall anything.
That is such a bad episode.
Such a poor episode. Yeah. So I think Series 9 is an improvement on Series 8, honestly. And I know a lot of people are anti-Clara, so that they aren't agreeing. But like the worst part of Series 9 is really a Schilder.
God.
So that means Series 7.
Series 7, Last of Maddie Smith.
Last
of Morbius. A Morbius villain.
The man at Morbius, that's right. And I guess that I get to pick I get to say mine first this time. It's Angels Take Manhattan, The Goodbye of the Pawns. I think this story it's one of my favorite Angel stories. I love the little cherub angels. I know a lot of people have a problem with the Statue of Liberty becoming a weeping angel, but the way that it's dealt with and handled, I think it's a good one. I love you see Rory in the bed, old man Rory, and the terror in his face, but the goodbye has to come, and the way that it's in the book. River trying to comfort him, but just for a moment because she knows she can't stay with him. I think it's a really good send off for the Pawns. He couldn't let go, so he had to be forced to let go.
Yep. And I agree with you. Well, mine is also The Angels Take Manhattan. It's the best. It's the best story in Series 7.
Asylum of the Daleks almost went there, but I
give it to that. It's a good episode. I still stand by. I don't like the idea of the Daleks having an asylum. It's a stupid concept for the Daleks of all things.
That's your problem.
We find hatred beautiful.
My whole problem with it is the divorce angle. I'm glad they wrap it up.
And the divorce angle was another thing because it's just like it only exists.
Why?
It only exists in that episode.
Yeah.
If you don't count the mini, what was it? The PS, like the mini-sodes. Because one of the mini-sodes like kind of leads into that. I can't remember which one.
I can't remember either. But yeah, Angels Take Manhattan is the best of Series 7. That means we're on to
mainly because a lot of Series 7 is just kind of forgettable until the finale.
Name of the
and
Doctor.
Then obviously you have the 50th, and then you have Matt's last episode.
The Snowman is also very good. The Snowman.
Yeah, I'll give the Snowman
almost went there.
And I know a lot of people really like Bells of St. John. I thought it was fine. It's okay. But it's okay. Killer Wi-Fi.
Kill Wi-Fi. Die Wi-Fi. Die.
All right, Series 6.
Indeedly do. It's your pick. What?
Series 6 best story is the 2-part opener. Impossible Astronaut, Day of the Moon. Like, what a way to start a series. The Doctor is dead. They go back to around the time of the space launch, going to Neil Armstrong on the moon, and the silence is back then such a creepy, like sinister, like just foe that you just can't remember. As soon as you look away, you forget them. Like,
what are you talking about?
It's such a great just to set up the series arc, to set up the essentially the overarching antagonist, like everything about Impossible Astronaut, Day of the Moon. So good.
I chose
second best. I would give it to probably another 2-parter, Rebel Flesh, Almost People.
I gave it to Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol?
Yeah. Of Series 6. There are good episodes, you're right, that's a good start. But Christmas Carol as a single story, it gives you 1 hour and it's sorry. It is great. It's a new take on A Christmas Carol.
Another one,
but it is such a Doctor Who way of handling it. It's magical. It's absolutely magical, and I really think it's one of the best, especially for that series. And that takes us back to 5,
where it all began for Matt. Matt and for Moffat.
Moffat's first series, and I'm actually doing what I did before, starting with the first episode, 11th Hour. I think that is the best episode of that season, and there's a lot of good in that season. There's so much good. It really was hard to go ahead and just say, oh well, this will do. No, I love Victory at the Daleks too, but nobody else does. But 11th Hour, it's just such a strong beginning, and again, it's what Moffat does with the Doctor. He has this fairy tale going around his entire era, and it begins here.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. See, I didn't pick 11th Hour, but that would be a second best because it is such a great opener, and it's such a good way of essentially, if you ever watched Doctor Who before, this is like another good start. Like, you could start with Rose, but you could also start here with 11th Hour.
Which is what the woman who fell to Earth is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But then it was followed up by what it was followed up by.
But for me, best story of Series 5 has to go to Vincent and the Doctor.
Fair.
Such an emotional story. It's so, oh my god, I always get teary-eyed watching that story. It's so fucking good.
It might be the best historical.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying the Romans is bad?
No, I actually, I love the Romans.
The first Doctor started a fire. I was like,
yeah, that was great. Oh my god, I love the Romans so much. But it's serious. The other is not. Oh boy, I started the Great Fire. Oops.
Oopsie. Oops. That reminds me, I need to continue watching series 2. Season 2. I'm still on Dalek Invasion of Earth.
So yeah, no, Vincent.
I paused that to watch series 14. I just finished watching Deadly Assassin again.
That was a good one too. It's like, so Deadly Assassin. I know we're going off topic here, but Deadly Assassin, the way it starts with "On the Great Hall of Gallifrey," and you have this whole scroll opening, and it's like, what the fuck am I watching? What is this? This is Doctor Who?
Also demystifying the Time Lords. Instead of them just like, they're not omnipotent gods. They're just bureaucrats.
But it did it in a good way.
It did it in a really good way.
Then
Big Finish decided, let's do it again.
Blood of the Time. Not knowing what an influential prick he was. Oh, no, I wouldn't put it that way.
It's a fine story if you've never watched Deadly Assassin.
Yeah.
And Emma Noakes is in it. Raven. She doesn't play Raven. She plays a different Time Lord that was also in the Celestial Intervention Agency.
In what?
In Blood of the Time Lords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's weird that she's played 2 Time Lords that have both been in the CIA.
But she know how to cast it. She doesn't talk like this in that one.
It's been a while since I've listened to Blood of the Time Lords, but if she did... Chris, I remember she's good. She's good in it. She's essentially the one-off companion.
Okay. This takes us to our next one, right?
Series 4, the end of the RTD era.
Please, Froggy, stop. I can't with you talking to yourself too.
Okay, so series 4, which also includes the specials. Now this was a tough one for me because there's a really good episode in series 4, and then there's a really good episode in the specials. So it's really, really hard to pick which one because they're both amazing. But I decided, okay, I went with Midnight as the best story in series 4. Just the Doctor trapped in this little shuttle with all these people, with this unknown threat that's possessing this woman, copying everything they're saying, and it's playing on everyone's hysteria, and it just makes you angry at them. Like, you are so fucking stupid. Stop it. Listen to the smart person, but you don't want to because you're all stupid. Such a great episode.
Yeah, no,
I love the fact we get no answers. We get no answers to what it was. It's just something that exists. And that works well with it, with the mystery.
You've probably never been to one of these. Do you know what a shadow play is?
No.
You don't want to, but so it's where a group of people get together and at conventions and stuff, they go ahead and they act out the episode. They have the episode playing in the background. They do it at Rock and Horror Picture Show all the time, but they did that for that episode, Midnight. Now, anytime that I think about that episode, I can just think of that. I spent most of the time just trying to watch that episode, not notice the people. It was really weird, but I was kind of dragged along. Held against my will. But it is really a good episode. It's really that good of an episode, too. Companion Light. It's a Companion Light episode. In the way that it ends... Does anybody Does anybody remember her name? No, we didn't ask. Then it's just such a sombering feeling. I know exactly the one you were thinking about. You were thinking about Waters of Mars for specials. You were so close to that. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I picked Silence in the Library, Forest of the Dead.
That's another good one.
River Song's debut.
Series 4 just had like a lot of like good episodes.
Moffat's time under RTD is like his prime writing. Like it is so great. I love his series, but under RTD, he had some of the best episodes, and these two are part of them. The whole concept of the library, a planet that's just all books, and then this introduces the Vashta Nerada, which I love. The fact that we haven't seen them again, but seen them return to television is insane. Absolutely insane. We've had how many Angel episodes, and I love the Leaping Angels, but the Vashta Nerada have such a cool thing about them. It's astounding.
Yeah, it's weird because then they're in Big Finish, and it's like, wow, that some of the Big Finish stuff is like really good.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh, the classic Doctor new monster.
That's probably the best. That's probably the best one. The fourth Doctor one in particular is the best one.
If anyone is thinking about wanting to try out Big Finish, I could instantly recommend the second box set because of those two stories. The first one with Tom Baker alone, and just that ending is incredible. But then the fact that it's revisited with Paul McGann is astounding. It's so good. So good. Is a Trial of the Jejune in that one too? Or is that in the first one? No.
That's in the first one.
No. The witches are in the first one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. This is the second one.
Yes. There's that one in it too. The only one that I can't remember is what 7 faced against the Rachnos. No,
that was 5. 5 in the second one faced the Rachnos.
Okay, then yeah.
7 wasn't in the second box set. In the first box set, it was the Sycorax with 7.
In the first one. But yeah, if anybody wants to try Big Finish, instantly can recommend Classic Doctors, New Monsters, Volume 2. Volume 1's really good too, but Volume 2 has something special in it.
So Maranya, I don't have glasses, so I can't fully match Pixel. I got sunglasses. I got sunglasses. That's the closest.
It was weird, but I had to keep dragging along how the audience feels watching this live stream. What are you talking about?
Now we got 2 people with glasses on. Mine just doesn't make sense.
I just read it. The mustachio flu matched. Froggy, shoot the frog. Yes, the frog is dead. The frog's gone. It's over. It's dead, Jim. God.
Okay.
So yeah, library. That is really it. It's such a good story. I can instantly recommend it to anybody.
Best River Song story. Honestly, it honestly is.
It is. It's not saying the others are bad. Her finale being the beginning, it's a great way of doing it. And then I love Husbands of River Song, obviously.
That's probably the second best.
Such fun. I love any time she appears.
Which is again another ending for River Song because it leads into her ending.
Yeah, it leads into the library. But yeah, so that takes us to series 3.
Yep. You're starting off?
Oh, I'm starting off. That's right.
I started off.
There's good ones in this one. Series
3 is honestly the one I found the hardest to pick because the second half of Series 3 is like what? Banger after banger. So.
Yeah. And I chose the 2-parter, Human Nature, Family of Blood, because it is. And I know, did you read the novel?
I have the novel. I haven't
read it yet, so you don't know how it compares.
But let me get the novel. There we go.
It introduces the concept of the what's it called? The Fob Watch.
Yep.
And storing the Time Lord within. It's got all that going for it. Martha is exceptional because she has to deal with all the John Smith bullshit.
Well, she has to deal with a lot more than that.
Oh yeah, and John Smith's girlfriend. There's a lot
even
of
more than that.
Even more than that. Yes, I know.
She has to deal with.
I'm specifying
the doctor not being there, the doctor being someone else, a love interest for the doctor,
and
racism, and also I'd also put in sexism.
Yeah,
classism as well.
Yeah.
So she's dealing with a whole lot of stuff, and like, I would have broken, honestly, if I was in her position. I would have gone crazy.
The way she's like, she goes ahead into each bone in the hand whenever.
Oh, bitch! Let's go.
Okay. Oh, really?
All right.
Yeah, I think that there's just so much in that series that I could have picked something else.
You could have literally picked any story in that second half.
Even the first half. I love the Daleks. I love both Dalek stories. I think they're really good. It's a concept that even disturbs the Daleks, which is good. It shows that in the episode. So it's not outside of their realm of believability. And then Smith and Jones, Runaway Bride. Runaway Bride. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any like really, oh, well, this sucks. Blink's in here. So I don't know. What's yours?
Well, the thing is, a lot of people don't like Shakespeare Code. I like it. I don't like the writer, though. It's Gareth Roberts. I don't like the incessant, like, dick sucking of J.K. Rowling. But that was just, like, something of the time because she was hugely popular.
That was, like, it was also, like, 2 lines. People remember that because that's how they end up defeating it with a good old JK. It's 2 lines. JK.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 lines because he talks about, oh, wait until you read the next book. I cried.
Yeah. For me, the best story in series 3 is like I said, really tough to choose in that second half because there's just a banger after banger. But it would have to be Blink.
Okay.
Probably one of the best Dr. Light stories. It's so good. Introducing us to the Weeping Angels. It's so effective, so scary, everything about it. Again, like you said, Moffat on the RTD was on his A game.
Yeah, no, Blink. I almost chose Blink, but I was like, no. You
could pick any episode in that second half.
But
and
again,
you would be right.
For Doctor Who, I think Blink is an exceptional example of even an episode that goes beyond Doctor Who. But for Doctor Who to get that feeling of this is special because it's in this series, whereas Blink is an episode you can show anyone and they're going to enjoy it. They're going to have something to. They don't need that history. They just need the concept. And Landria said the same thing about like Heaven Sent. There are certain episodes that go beyond even the realm of its own show. It's special in storytelling as its own unique thing. And Blink is one of those.
Yes.
Please,
I agree.
Please stop, Froggy.
Okay, penultimate, series 2.
I just want to bring this up. They did a week.
Yeah.
I remember your ratings just went up.
Yeah, ladies, your ratings just went up.
Yep.
What a very dated. That's the unfortunate thing about Bad Wolf is like a lot of that is kind of dated. Big Brother, like The Weakest Link.
Big Brother's still going.
Yeah, but it wasn't as prevalent like now as it was like back then. Back then, like Big Brother was like hugely. You had Big Brother everywhere. Nowadays, it's like it's very rare for like there to be a Big Brother.
Yeah. So series 2.
Now because you have like 20 million other shows that do the same thing.
Yeah.
Love Island. I got a text.
The Circle. Series 2. You start.
Series 2. For me, two-parter, The Impossible Planet, The Satan Pit. Okay. So fucking good. These are episodes I will just randomly just put on, just watch. I won't even do like, okay, I'm going to do a whole rewatch of series 2. I will just watch these 2 episodes because they're so good. The Beast as a villain, magnificent. Getting the guy that voiced Sutek to voice another essential devil figure, like a god, like perfect casting because he just has that voice where it's just, and don't turn around.
Yeah.
If you look at me, you will die. Like, it's so good. It's such an amazing episode in series 2. Probably one, and it's one of the standout ones, aside from obviously, you know, David's first episode and then the 2-part finale. But no, Impossible Planet, The Satan Pit, so good, amazing.
You want to guess what I chose?
You chose Love and Monsters.
Fuck you. I'm not Landry. No, I chose David's first episode, the Christmas Invasion. I think
technically it was a Children in Need special.
The Christmas Invasion is truly a fantastic episode. It's a first episode for a doctor. Like it's a new jumping on point. I jumped on really at season 3, and then I went back and watched it. But David's first episode, he has such a swagger, and he's barely in it. That's the thing. He's asleep through most of it. But the little bit of time that he's there is so special. I think the Sycorax, they're a cool villain concept. But then on top of that, how they are truly dealt with by Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. And David shows such, like I said, swagger at first, but as soon as he realizes what she did, he takes just this turn, and you realize he's not going to tell you twice. He's really less forgiving of a doctor. But other than that, now Christmas Invasion, I want to get the Target novelization. I'm very interested in seeing that, and I love the cover. But yeah, plus a sword fight. What is it with my picks? Have sword fights in it throughout. You see, sword fighting goes all the way back to the Third Doctor. You haven't even noticed.
Well, like once,
huh?
Like once,
one time, but one time was enough. It cemented it into Doctor Who. Yeah, but no. So, did you what? Yeah, you already picked for this.
Yeah, Possible Planets, Satan Pit.
They were all the way back to 1, and
where it all started.
Where it all
began. Well, not really, but
where it all began again. Series 1, I chose a 2-parter. Empty Child, Doctor Dances. I think that this is the best story. Again, Moffat, my boy. It's the best story within this first season. And there are good ones. But The Empty Child, Doctor Dances, it's got this feeling. World War II. It introduces Captain Jack, who I know, but he is really a good character, and it shows in this one. Even with the stupid love triangle thing that they're trying to start in this one, I'm fine with it because the episode itself is so good. Just this once, nobody dies. It's fantastic.
Doctor, you do forget this is World War II.
Just this once, this one time.
Only one time. No, that's
they'll never die. He doesn't want a bunch of his shoulders.
That is a really good pick. Yeah, again, there's a lot of great episodes in series 1. Like, yeah, you got that, you got Dalek, you've got Father's Day, you got the finale.
I almost picked Dalek.
Well, guess what? I picked Dalek.
Okay, there we go.
I picked Dalek as it's a great episode, really giving Chris Eccleston a lot to work with, like emotionally for like the Doctor's side, bringing back a classic, bringing back another classic foe, but a more important classic foe for the Doctor. I'm not saying the Autons aren't important, but more people know about Daleks than Autons.
Who cares about the Autons? The best part about the Autons is everything surrounding the Autons. Sorry, Autons.
But no, Dalek is such a great episode. Like everything about it. What else can I say? Aside from the fact that Jubilee is much better, but even then, Dalek is still great by itself.
Doctor. Yes.
Doctor. Just every speech every conversation the Doctor and the Dalek have in that episode is great.
The fact that I don't think I have a single Dalek episode in my pick. I'm so sorry, Daleks. I love you so much.
Yeah, I think that's the only one. The only one I have. Yeah, everything else hasn't been Dalek episodes.
Yeah, Ed Brewer's bringing up a great one, which Series 3. Not Series 2. I'm sorry. New Earth, the first one.
No, it says all the cat nurses. So Series 1 is End of the World, which has, Cassandra in the face of Bo. New Earth is the one with the cats. The cat nurses. The fairies.
Shut up. They aren't like the stupid cheetah people. They're special. They're different. Bitch. So yeah, those are our picks for best episodes for each series of New Who.
Yes. And we'll do a classic one someday.
We have time to watch 23 seasons. Sorry, not 23. 26. 7? 27.
26. There is no 27. 27 would technically be the movie. But
oh, sorry. On Amazon Prime, they have the, when they were doing the 50th, the Doctors Revisited. Before they would show the episode, and they put all of that in season 7.
Oof.
So yeah, 26 seasons.
26 seasons. But you could just go off memory. You don't have to rewatch all of them. I didn't rewatch any of these.
I didn't rewatch any of these either, but I meant when we have time to go over
I can go off memory for classic Who. Except for maybe, I don't know, maybe some of Pertwee's. Maybe some of Tom Baker's. I'll have to try and remember.
I'd have to do some remembering too. It's been a while. But that's it for this week. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your picks. Best episodes for each series. Go ahead, leave a list. We'll read it. Maybe we'll read it off next week if we have no news and we need to expand it into an hour. We will see. But that's Mad Men with the Box this week. Thanks once again. See you next time. Goodbye.
Geronimo Alonzi.
Son of a bitch. Alonzi is mine.